The Syrian Arab army eliminates large number of terrorists and destroys a tunnel in Douma. The Iraqi army starts a military operation to liberate the Mosul eastern parts. French Le Point newspaper correspondent Hinan has been held captive by terrorist organizations in Syria, one of the abductors. The Health Ministry and UN Population Fund signed a cooperation plan to support life-saving childbearing. And the Education Ministry opens a national workshop in collaboration with the UNICEF to view education reality. Good afternoon. Welcome to our news bulletin. I'm Dania Nizam. In Aleppo and its countryside, the Syrian Arab army units targeted terrorist gatherings and hideouts in al-Atarib, al-Qura and several other villages. The units killed and injured a number of them and destroyed their vehicles. At the same time, another army unit destroyed 8 vehicles with terrorists inside them in Tishreen Dam and other areas near Aleppo countryside and killed and injured several other terrorists. In Damascus countryside, the engineering units in the Syrian Arab army destroyed a tunnel that was prepared by terrorists to target military and civilian checkpoints in Tel el-Sawan in al-Rihana in eastern Ghouta. In Homs countryside, the Syrian Arab army units thwarted an infiltration attempt by terrorists into Ismid and Hartain from Khatab town, killing and injuring a number of them. The Syrian Arab army also destroyed 2 pickups loaded with heavy machine guns and killed and injured several others in al-Farhaniya in Rastan. Army units targeted terrorist gatherings and dens in Abu Hawadid and Sahrij villages and destroyed their rocket launchers and also killed a number of terrorists in al-Sharshuh in al-Hulla and in Samarmar Valley in al-Qasir countryside. Iraqi armed forces achieved progress in fighting ISIS terrorist organization as the police commander in Al-Anbar governorate announced that the army in cooperation with the tribes in the area killed 42 ISIS terrorists in Al-Ahwaz area in Ramadi. At the same time, the Iraqi armed forces started a wide-scale military operation to purify Haditha suburbs from ISIS terrorist organization, and the air forces shelled terrorist hideouts in Baruna. In the framework of the continuous military operation to liberate Mosul eastern parts, the joint Iraqi forces eliminated 11 ISIS terrorists amidst condensed military attacks to liberate Al-Dur suburbs to the west-east of Tikrit in Salah ad-Din province. The French Le Point newspaper has quoted its correspondent Nicolas Hinan, who has been held captive by terrorist organizations in Syria for months, that one of his abductors was French, who is charged of killing 4 people in an attack carried out on a museum in Brussels on the 24th of last May. The newspaper said Hinan was held captive along with the 2 American journalists James Foley and Stephen Sutlov, and that he was released last April with other French journalists. The newspaper concluded by saying that the French authorities have acknowledged that about 900 French citizens were fighting along the terrorist organizations in Syria. The Turkish agency has published an article written by former French Prime Minister Francis Fillon in which he accused the Turkish government of supporting the terrorist groups, on the top of which the ISIS. Filton went on to say that most of the terrorists who have joined the ISIS infiltrated to Syria via the Turkish territories, adding that all states that provide facilities to these terrorist organizations had to be brought to justice. The French official has warned against joining Turkey and the Gulf states to the international alliance to combat ISIS, adding that such a step should be conditional if taken. Idlib governorate sent another humanitarian aid convoy to the northern countryside of the province to benefit 2,500 families. The trucks, which were loaded with foodstuff, medical requirements and furnishings, made their way into the villages of Sarmada, Qa'a and Al-Dana. The Syrian Arab Red Crescent and the concerned UN offices cooperated in the delivery process. Head of the SARC branch in the northern province noted that the new convoy is the 7th to be sent since last month. Aid delivery to people in need and those affected by the ongoing crisis in the country has been in full swing. In the rural areas of the province is another convoy of 11 trucks loaded with 4,000 packages of food and medical supplies and furnishings was sent to the villages of Marat and Oman area in the eastern countryside. The aid was distributed to nearly 7,000 families. The Ministry of Higher Education has published the list of marks for admittance to the Syrian universities for the academic year 2014-2015. Minister of Higher Education Dr. Mohammed Amir Mardini has said that all measures related to registration have been taken, adding that registration will start on Sunday the 14th of September till Thursday the 25th, pointing out that the number of the registration centres is 82 in all Syrian provinces. The Ministry of Education opened a national workshop for a group of education sectors in collaboration with the UNICEF to view the educational reality in Syria and create appropriate atmospheres to the students in a new academic year. Ministry of Education Dr. Hazwan al-Waz stressed that Syria for nearly 4 years is facing a barbaric war to undermine the Syrian steadfastness to follow up on their way towards science and knowledge. The minister clarified that the educational process is going on in spite of all the circumstances and challenges and achieving success. On his part, UNICEF representative in Syria Agostino Paganini presented the cooperation mechanism by identifying the needs, gaps and priorities in the educational process in all governorates and the design of a clear plan in this sector based on the information provided by the Education Directorate. This plan will start by rehabilitating and maintaining the school buildings. Ministry of Health and United Nations Population Fund have signed the joint cooperation plan for supporting the life-saving childbearing healthcare services, including services of emergency begetting, gynecological diseases and family organization. The cooperation plan sets for providing childbearing services by 19 hospitals. Minister of Health Dr. Nizar Wahba Yaziji has pointed out that the agreement is valid till the end of this year and that all necessary services for the damaged would be provided. He added that the ministry's strategy is to provide additional services regarding childbearing healthcare by putting in service more mobile clinics. For her part, representative of the UN Populations Fund in Syria, Mrs. Leila Bak, has pointed out to the importance of the cooperation plan within the framework of the efforts exerted to provide childbearing services amid the crisis Syria is witnessing to support the medical institutions to carry out their tasks. And with this, we end our news for today. Thank you for watching us. For more news about Syria and the region, you can view our bulletin again on syria.online.sy. Thank you for watching once again. And it's over to our business and market news with Vani. God bless you and long live Syria.